This is the Jeopardy Tournament of Champions. Let's introduce tonight's players. A retail worker from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, with a total of $4,000, Nels Snesterud. A DJ from Allentown, Pennsylvania, with a total of $143,540 and a car, Elliot Schiff. And finally, a lawyer from Nova Scotia, Canada, whose cash winnings total $759,475 and a car. Let's welcome back Johnny Kruger. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Mark Leota.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Justin Ray. Hello, everybody. Welcome again to our show. This is one of my favorite times of the year for these shows, is tournament time. And as you saw from those scores that were announced, all three of our players have averaged a little over $300,000 in total winnings from their runs this season. So I'm happy to welcome back Justin, Elliot, and Nels to compete in this two-game championship. So best of luck to the three of you. Let's get right to work in the Jeopardy round. One daily double, of course, in this round, and here are your categories.
And as you will notice, people, we are playing for points in this, not dollars.
Yes, that's one difference we have in this game. I'll go over the other difference in a moment, but first let's take a look at what we have in the categories. The non-depressing 1930s, followed by films inspired by magazine articles, Americana, lighthouses, Pat quotation marks, you know what that means, and finally, I'd like to solve the puzzle. Yes, that is totally not related to one of our other shows that we do here on MVG.
Wingo?
Anyway, Johnny, before you select, I will explain the other difference with this tournament game compared to the games you've done in the regular season. As the three of you know, in the regular competition, we allowed everyone to play Final Jeopardy regardless of their scores at the end of the second round. In tournament play, however, if you are in the red at the end of the Double Jeopardy round, you are done for that game and you will get an automatic 0 for that half. So be mindful of that. All right, Johnny, off you go.
All right, let's do 1930s for 500.
Following this 1938 radio broadcast, people were relieved to find out that America wasn't really attacked by aliens.
Elliot.
What is the War of the Worlds?
That's it.
Okay, 30s for 400.
Visual clue.
His 1935 performance at the Palmer Ballroom in Los Angeles kicked off the swing era.
Johnny.
Who is Goodman?
Benny Goodman, yes. Pick again.
All right, let's do films for 500.
Starring Kate Bosworth, it was based on Susan Orlean's Life's Swell, the story of a Maui surfing contest.
Johnny.
What is Blue Crush?
That's it.
Just in time, too.
Go with Americana for 5.
The view of the summit of this mountain inspired the song America the Beautiful.
Johnny.
What is Pikes Peak?
Pikes Peak, yes. Go again.
Lighthouses 5.
Built by Romans before 100 AD, the Tower of Hercules in the Galatia area of this country is the world's oldest active lighthouse.
Johnny.
What is Spain?
Spain, yes. Pick again.
Do pass for 5.
Tropical Asian plant made into an oil used in perfumes. we needed here is patchouli oil. Johnny, pick again.
Okay, let's do puzzle 5.
The Da Vinci Code saw Robert Langdon decode one of these puzzle containers. That's a cryptex. Johnny, pick again.
Okay, let's do puzzle 4.
A classic logic puzzle from 1962 deals with the surnames of 3 train employees: the brakeman, the fireman, and him.
Elliot.
Who's the engineer?
Yes. Go again.
Puzzle 300.
A confused mess, or a syndicated newspaper puzzle with letters and circles and squares.
Elliot.
What is jumble?
Jumble, yes. Select again.
Puzzle 200.
Solving one of these in London's Daily Telegraph in 1942 could have made you a Bletchley codebreaker in World War II.
Johnny.
It's a crossword puzzle.
A fun activity to do, yes. Go again.
Let's go with Pat for 4.
A regional form of language, not necessarily French.
Johnny.
What's a patois?
Yes, and very good on the pronunciation, too. Pick again.
All those years of French immersion. Let's do lighthouses 4.
In 1937, a lighthouse was constructed and named for her on Tiny Howland Island, an island that she never reached.
Johnny.
Who is Earhart?
Yes, Amelia Earhart. Go again.
Do Americana 4.
A roller coaster called the Cyclone is a part of this amusement area in the southern part of Brooklyn.
Johnny.
Coney Island?
Yes, where they also have the hot dog contest every 4th of July. Go again.
Let's go with films 4.
The Boys in the Bank, a Life magazine account of a Brooklyn bank robbery, inspired this 1975 Al Pacino film. And the film is Dog Day Afternoon. Johnny?
Okay, let's do Pat for 3.
Want a good pastry? Go to this French type of store that specializes in them.
Johnny.
What's a patisserie?
Yes. Go again.
Let's do lighthouses 3.
Answer. It's one daily double in this round. And Johnny, you have triple the amount of money. Or actually, no, why am I saying money? Triple the amount of points Elliot has. Anyways, how much do you want to risk?
Let's make it a true daily double.
Alright, for a total of 7,200 points, here is your clue in lighthouses. All U.S. lighthouses come under the jurisdiction of this branch of the armed services.
What is the Coast Guard?
You are correct. Alright, select again.
Let's go with Americana for 3.
Nudie Cohn, the custom tailor for Roy Rogers and Dale Evans, also made this singer's $10,000 gold lame suit.
Elliot.
Who's Elvis Presley?
Why, thank you. Thank you very much. Go again.
30s, 300.
No, that's the wrong one. He said 30s.
Well, go with it because it's up there anyways.
Alright. Alright. The 4th film in this Bruce Willis series was inspired by an article about cyber hacking.
Elliot.
What is Die Hard?
Yes.
Now let's go for 30s for 300.
Hard work paid off for Frances Perkins. In 1933, she became secretary of this, the first woman in combat.
Elliot.
What is labor?
Yes. Pick again.
30s for 200.
This comic strip about the Bumsteads made its debut.
Johnny.
What is Blondie?
Yep. Blondie and Dagwood. Go again.
Let's go with films for 200.
A 1983 article about a naval flight school was the genesis of this Tom Cruise hit.
Nels.
Finally, what is Top Gun?
You're on the board, and you get to
Finally,
select.
Jesus freaking Christ! Finish it off 100 movies.
Okay, settle down there, Nels. Settle down.
Golly!
Nick Cohn admitted that his tribal rights of the new Saturday Night, which inspired this disco film, was a fabrication.
Johnny.
What is Saturday Night Fever?
Yes. Select again.
Okay, let's go with Americana for 2.
Its hand holding the torch was on display at the Centennial Exposition in Philly before it was completed.
Johnny.
What is the Statue of Liberty?
That's the one. Pick again.
Lighthouses 2.
When her husband died in 1776, Hannah Thomas became the first U.S. woman keeper, taking his job at this state's Plymouth Light.
Elliot.
What is Massachusetts?
That's the state. Select again.
All right, Pat 200.
Adjective meaning characteristic of being a father.
Elliot.
What is patriarchal?
Oh,
Johnny.
What is paternal?
paternal. Yes, you were very close, Elliot, but I could not quite take that, unfortunately. Johnny, pick again.
Let's do puzzle for 1.
This puzzle is so named for the tool used to create the intricate lines and curves of its pieces.
Elliot.
What is jigsaw?
Jigsaw puzzle, yes. Pick again.
Pat 100.
Let's take our drinks outside onto this paved lounge area.
Johnny.
What is a patio?
That's it. 3 clues left, Johnny.
Lighthouses 1.
For centuries, wood was the main fuel used in lighthouses. In the 1700s, this animal product became the primary source.
Elliot.
What is oil?
More specific?
Lard. What is lard?
No, sorry.
Johnny.
What is whale oil?
That's the kind of oil we needed. Pick again.
Let's go with Americana for 1.
In 1948, this brand held its first home party to sell its plastic containers with airtight seals.
Johnny.
What is Tupperware?
Tupperware, yes. Now the last clue in the 1930s. At the 1932 Olympics, she set or tied records in the high jump, javelin, and 80-meter hurdles.
Johnny.
Who is Babe Dietrichson?
Yes. And that is the end of the Jeopardy round. Well, Johnny, you are showing why you are dominating force in your run. You have 8,300 points right now. Elliot at 2,100 and Nels on the board at $200. And now we're going to find out some interesting things about the 3 of you here. Nels, you enjoy visiting Vegas annually. What is it specifically about Vegas that keeps you going back every year?
It's I go there with my bowling league every year, so yeah.
Ah, well, that's always fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Elliot, it says here that a group of you and your friends in college hosted a Jeopardy tournament. How did that go?
Well, it started out the group was we had to write the questions and all that, and the leader of the group he sent a letter to Jeopardy saying we'd like to call it CMU, Carnegie Mellon University Jeopardy, and they wrote back with a cease and desist letter. We cannot use the Jeopardy name. We eventually ended up calling it the game Corroboree, which is an Aboriginal dance, and because the name sounds like Jeopardy. And another fun fact about that is the guy that sent that letter. He is Scott Weiss, the guy that created a three-way tie in Jeopardy for 6. So he pretty much gave away $32,000 of somebody else's money.
Very nice. So we're glad to have you back here. And Johnny, our number one overall seed in this tournament, you apparently have had a habit of where you couldn't stop answering in the form of a question in the trivia tournament you recently attended.
Yes, yeah. So it kind of actually parallels Elliot's story a little bit. The tournament was very similar to Jeopardy, but it wasn't technically Jeopardy. There were some Jeopardy producers in the crowd, and I kept answering in the form of a question, which got a lot of laughs. And eventually, the host came over and asked, "Hey, do you want us to get sued by Sony?" So. Luckily, as far as I'm aware, no one's been served with any papers, but it worked out.
Well, look on the plus side. At least that tournament, plus that your run that you had on here earlier, has given you practice for the actual show.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, in any case, players, let's get into Double Jeopardy. All right, and we've got 500 to 2,500 points up there for this round, and here are your categories. Oh, first let's get the figures up there. There we go. Getting a little ahead of myself. Anyways, here's the categories. The Art of the Kiss, Princely Nicknames, Sophocles, Euripides, and Aeschylus.
Aeschylus.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Born to be a Song, born in quotation marks, Peninsulas, and finally, Words in Transition. Now, in this category, the correct responses will consist of words that can be made up of the letters in the word transition. Nels, you're in third place. Why don't you see if you can turn things around here?
Oh, yeah, thanks a lot with these categories. Golly. Art of War 500.
Art of what?
Art of the Kiss, God. 500, God.
500?
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Visual clue, players.
In the painting seen here, 4 Maddox Brown depicted this literary pair on a balcony.
Johnny.
Who are Romeo and Juliet?
That's the pair. Select.
Let's do Kiss for 25.
The kissing lovers in this 1928 painting are wearing shrouds over their faces and heads, but no bowler hats.
Johnny.
Who's Magritte?
Rene Magritte. Yes, pick again.
Let's do Princely Nicknames for 25.
This 16th century Dutch scholar and author of Praise of Folly was known as the Prince of Humanists.
Johnny.
Who's Erasmus?
Yes, select again.
Let's do Sophocles for 25.
The answer there is a daily double. Alright, Johnny, 13,800 points at your disposal.
Okay, let's do 10,000.
Alright. Well, I shouldn't be surprised considering that you've been known to make big wagers like this in regular play. Here's your clue. In Sophocles' play about her, revenge is on the mind of this daughter of Agamemnon.
Agamemnon.
Who is Electra?
Yes!
Uh-huh.
Very good there, Johnny. Pick again.
Let's do Born for 25.
It's the rather morbid and paradoxical title track from Lana Del Rey's 2012 album. What is Born to Die? Pick again, Johnny.
Let's do Peninsulas for 25.
This peninsula constitutes the mainland portion of Hong Kong.
Johnny.
What is the Kowloon Peninsula?
That's the one. Pick again.
We'll go with words 25.
It's a lute of India with a small pear-shaped body.
Johnny.
Let's say sitar.
Sitar, yes.
Let's do words for 2000.
Remember Hyperion and Faith, part of this mythological group?
Johnny.
Who are the Titans?
Yes, that's the group. Go again.
Let's do Peninsulas for 2000.
Take a deep breath and remember that Quebec's Mont Jacques Cartier is on the north side of this peninsula.
Johnny.
What's the Gaspé?
I would hope that you would know that. Pick again.
Canadian. Let's go with princely nicknames for 2000.
This 19th century actor, known as the Prince of Players, was the brother of a presidential assassin.
Elliot.
Who was Booth?
More specific.
Stephen Booth.
No.
Johnny.
Who's Edwin Booth?
That's the one.
Okay, let's do Kiss for 2.
It's hard to tell, but that's him and wife Jacqueline Roque entwined in The Kiss, painted in 1969 when he was 88.
Johnny.
I think I actually just saw this painting. Who's Picasso?
Pablo Picasso, yes. Pick again.
Let's go with Born for 2.
The film about a lioness returning to the wild was heartwarming. This title song was Oscar-winning.
Elliot.
What is Born Free?
Yes. Pick again.
Born 15.
You were destined to respond with this number 2 hit for Steppenwolf in 1968.
Elliot.
What is Born to Be Wild?
Yes. Go again.
Born 1000.
Lady Gaga sang, "I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was this."
Johnny.
What is Born This Way?
Right. Pick again.
Let's do Peninsulas 15.
Answer. The second
Good
double.
grief.
Alright, Johnny, you found all 3 of them. This was a regular occurrence of yours when you were playing in the regular games. How much of your 37,800 do you want to risk?
Let's do 10,000 again.
Alright, 10,000 points it is. Here is your clue.
I completely forgot where we are. Peninsulas. Okay, thank you. Yes.
The southeastern Mexican state of Quintana Roo is on this peninsula.
What is the Yucatan Peninsula?
That's it.
And my apologies, Mark. How much did he wager just then?
It was another
Okay.
10,000.
Okay.
So
I'm
that
not
would
sure
bring you
about that.
so Johnny, that brings you to 47,800. There we go. Select again.
Okay, let's do nicknames 15.
Cowboy Philosopher and Prince of Wit and Wisdom were nicknames of this 1930s humorist.
Johnny.
Who is Rogers?
Will Rogers, yes. Go again.
Uh, Kiss 15.
Repeat.
Oh, sorry, Kiss 15.
Okay. Visual clue.
Painted in his characteristic comic strip style, this pop artist's Kiss 2 is on our list.
Elliot.
Who is Warhol?
No.
Johnny.
Who is Liechtenstein?
That's it.
Let's do Sophocles for 2.
Euripides' play Races isn't about a monkey. It's about a king who sides with the losers in this conflict.
Johnny.
What's the Trojan War?
That's the one.
Let's go with Sophocles 15.
Aeschylus's tragedy, Seven Against This City, recounts a doomed battle by twin brothers for its throne.
Johnny.
What is Thebes?
Thebes, yes. Pick again.
Words 15.
Let me start again. To consecrate in a ceremony that includes applying oil to the head.
Elliot.
What is anoint?
Yes. Select again.
Born 500.
The highways jam with broken heroes on a last chance power drive in this Springsteen classic.
Elliot.
What is born to run?
Yes. And good thing you caught yourself there.
All right. Words in transition 1000.
To really exert yourself while pouring liquid containing solid matter through a filter.
Johnny.
What is strain?
Strain, that's it.
Let's do Peninsulas 1000.
Hyannis is one of the towns on this Massachusetts peninsula.
Johnny.
What is Cape Cod?
That's the one. Go again.
Let's do Sophocles for 1000.
Euripides' play about this odd titled creature tells of how Odysseus tricked him. Excuse me.
Johnny.
What is the Cyclops?
That's the one.
Nicknames 1000.
Youthful Thievery earned this White Fang author the nickname Prince of the Oyster Pirates.
Nels.
Jack London.
Yes. Your selection, Nels.
Oh, thank God. What's? Let me look. Hold on. Let's go. Art of the Kiss, a thou.
Okay, finishing that one off. Rodin's sculpture of the Kiss depicts a pair of adulterous lovers from this poet's Inferno.
Elliot.
Who is Dante?
Dante's Inferno, yes. 4 clues remain.
Words 500.
A daily fixed allowance of food for civilians during a shortage.
Johnny.
What is a ration?
A ration, yes. Select again.
Peninsulas 5.
Visual.
Monsoons bring frigid air in the winter and moisture from the East China Sea in the summer on this peninsula.
Johnny.
What is the Korean Peninsula?
That's the one. Aeschylus'
Sophocles 5.
Aeschylus fought against these people who invaded Greece around 490 BC and also wrote a play about them.
Johnny.
Who are the Persians?
The Persians, yes. Now the last clue in princely nicknames. A 1994 biography of this 19th century showman was titled Prince of Humbugs.
Johnny.
Who is P.T. Barnum?
That's it. And at the end of Double Jeopardy, Johnny out to another commanding lead, 59,300 points. Elliot at 5,100. Nels on the board with $1,200. And here comes the final Jeopardy category for the three of you.
You did it again. You called it dollars again.
Okay, first off, Nels, that's a bit of a hard one for me to pronounce. And second,
No, but
You said dollars.
you said dollars instead of points for me.
Oh. Well, I meant points. Anyway, your final Jeopardy category is historic names.
Also, players, we want to remind you that this is an accumulated tournament. Whatever happens here carries over into night 2. Whoever has the most points at the conclusion of next week's game is the one who wins it all.
You say there's a chance.
Of course there is. Everybody is in and their wagers are locked.
Alright. A good subject for Final Jeopardy today, historic names. Players, here's the clue that the three of you will be dealing with. In 1909, this Oxford student surveyed Crusader castles in the Mideast. A few years later, he returned for less peaceful activities. 30 seconds, good luck. Before we get to checking these responses, I hear Nels laughing in the background. Well, we'll find out about that in a moment, but first, players, I want to go over the money amounts the three of you will take home at the end of the second game, depending on how you place over the course of these matches. Our third place finisher will take home a total of $100,000. Second place will receive $500,000, and whoever comes out as the overall winner will take home a check for a cool $1 million. So, a lot to shoot for here. Nels, let's find out why you were laughing, shall we?
You're gonna hate me, Mark.
Who is Mark Leota GG Johnny? Let's just see how much you lost.
Nothing.
0. Alright, you're going to stay at $1,200, but that gets added to what you earn in game number 2. Elliot.
Okay.
Elliot, you have 5,100 points. You're in second place. Let's take a look at your response. Who is Winston Churchill? No, I am sorry, that's not right.
I thought you had it, Elliot.
Let's see how much Elliot lost. 2677. So you are going to drop down to 2,423 points. Johnny, who once again could not be caught, his response was... Who is T.E. Lawrence, a.k.a. Lawrence of Arabia? T.E. Lawrence is correct. Let's take a look at your wager. 40,000. Almost a six-figure amount here. But nonetheless, that brings you up to 99,300 points at the end of our first day. Elliot at 2423 and Nels at 1,200 points. Remember those scores, players, and you folks at home, remember them too, because they're going to be added to next week's game to determine our overall winner. We'll see you then, folks. So long.